How have you kind of processed this being your last home game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's here, finally, and I've taken this week to really just take it all in and understand that it's going to be my last time going out in the stadium here, playing in Raleigh. So I'm just going to take it all in and live in the moment and not look too far ahead, because it's been a special ride for me here, for sure, and I'll definitely miss it.
Does it feel different from last? Because you walked last year, kind of just in case. Does it feel different this year?
Yeah, I feel like I don't have anything left on the table. Like last year, it was like I could come back or whatever. But now it's like I feel like I've poured everything into it, and it's maybe a little bit more satisfying, sort of walking out the way I'm walking out this year. Just pouring everything into it.
What has your journey been like here? Obviously, you come in as a walk-on, get a little bit of a chance to play as a redshirt freshman, but get a starting role for the last several years. What has that journey been like here at NC State?
Yeah, it's been a blessing. For one, I'm in my hometown. For two, I get to play with my family, Drake, and then obviously I've gained a lot of other family here, like all my teammates. And then my family, my mom, my dad, they all get to come to the games. Like, every weekend we have family coming, we have friends coming, and it's just been special. And it's definitely, probably, if you would have told me that everything that's happened in my career here like 5 years ago, I would have told you it probably wouldn't have happened. Like, it's sort of crazy to think about it. And it's been a blessing, a dream come true to be able to live, this process through.
Torrey Holt had some nice things to say about you. I don't know if it got back to you or not, but what kind of influence has he been?
Yeah, he honestly, like, when I was in high school, I really didn't know what my path was going to be, like what sport I was going to choose. And to be honest with you, like going into my junior and senior year, I probably would have said football was like the least of the three that I played that I was going to play in the next level. Just based on my size and just based on what I thought of myself as a player, I thought I was an okay player. But like I would say him and Dwayne Washington really spoke highly of me, spoke confidence in me, and it really, led me to be able to play here. I felt like those guys were definitely influenced people in my life that really helped me out.
You talked about the fact that, last year you got to walk out. Drake gets a chance to do that again this year. How, you talked about it a little bit, but how much fun has it been to be able to play with him, and how much have you talked to him about what that moment's going to be like and the decision that he has to make?
Yeah, our journey goes all the way back to the backyard, one-on-ones that we used to do. We used to play football at halftime games of like Super Bowls back in the day in our living room and our with couches, and the two couches with the touchdowns. Like I remember Tom Brady was playing the Panthers in the Super Bowl, and we were playing football at halftime. I remember it like it was yesterday. But just experiencing everything I have with him, even going through high school, it's been a blessing, and to play the level that we're playing at our hometown, you can't really speak it into like it's been a dream come true, and it's hard to even put into words.
How much have you seen through your eyes MJ becoming more of that vocal leader and making this, now that he's been thrust into this position, taking control, making this offense like his team?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for a young guy like him to take control of a team as veteran as we are. And so, like, I'm looking at it as like, I have someone that's like basically my little brother's age, like throwing me passes out there. And it's like, I think I try to do my best to just help him out, talk him through situations like, hey, we have this, remember this. Like, I never really used to do that with Devin because I knew Devin sort of was like, knew everything that was going on. I know MJ does too, but for me, it's like a little, like I look at him as more of a little brother, and I just like try to make sure that he knows everything that's going on. So, but he's definitely taken the leadership role on really well. He talks when he needs to speak, and he's done a really good job.
How much do you guys feel like the wide receiver corps has stepped up to really make plays for him and to make sure that this offense continues going?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what was needed to happen, just because you have Devin Leary. He's such a great talent, and he's able to do a lot of things for us. But like with the situation that we had at hand with the two new quarterbacks, like to make their lives easier, we know we had to step up our play and just make the plays that came our way, and maybe make a couple more. So I think that we've done a good job of just taking what we've done at practice onto the game field and just like really taking practice seriously, because that's how you make plays in the game, is when you make them in practice.
You've been here long enough, you've gone through the highs and the lows and the highs again of this program, but how much of a bond is there with the players who've been here forever to going through all the things like the 4-8 season, COVID, and And Grant even talked about going through those times has really maybe propelled you all to have a thicker skin to
Yeah.
get through tough situations.
I think we've been through a lot, especially me and Grant and Isaiah Moore's class. We've been through the highs. So we won 9 games, then we only won 4, then we won 8, then we won 9 or 10, whatever you want to call it. And then we have this year, we have a chance to do the same. And I think it's just we had success early, then you sort of don't have success, and how do you make up for that? How do you respond to that? And I think that's what life is. Like, you have things that hit you in the mouth in life, and you gotta be able to respond. And so I think that just sort of shows what kind of guys that everybody in the locker room are, and we've done a good job of responding. I feel like throughout our career here.